The Joe Rogan Experience.
I can't handle self-driving cars. I can't do that.
You're going to have to.
I can't do... No, I'm not. Am I? Yes, I am. God damn it.
How could you die? Self-driving cars are real. They're here. I mean, they suck right now. They'll kill a couple of people.
That's insane. There's like 5 of them on the road and they've already killed someone.
There's a lot of them on the road.
Yeah, no. I feel extremely unsafe about that. I reject that with every fiber of my being. I drive my own car.
Good for you. What kind of car you drive?
Mercedes.
Look at you, rich chick. Out here partying.
Hardly. No, we're getting deep. We're going deep.
I think they'll get it down. They'll get the autonomous car down. The real problem is going to be the thrill and the excitement of freedom. Just getting in your car, turning the key, and just going. I'm good, dude. You can't do that anymore. That's gonna be a real thing. That's gonna be one day.
No. I mean, that feels extremely threatening as an American. I feel like America, to me, is about big, long roads and freedom.
Yeah.
Go where I want, when I want, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And if you've got the goods, you can start a business there, or whatever it is. That, to me, is America. Is the I don't want to be locked into little channels going all 20 miles an hour. You know, like I need...
You want to be able to accelerate.
I consider driving kind of an art form. It's kind of an art thing. It's like a sport. You're doing an activity. And I don't want to relinquish that to be like a thing on a factory line.
Well, you might get lucky and die before it becomes mandatory.
No. That doesn't dovetail nicely with my idea that they're going to discover something that lets me live 500 years because I've decided that's the exact perfect lifespan for me.
500?
For me, personally. Not for everyone.
Would you think that you'll still be getting after it when you're like 450 years old?
They'll have hormones for that. They'll have things.
Everything.
They'll have everything for that.
Have you juiced up?
Your
locked
physical
down?
envelope will be okay. It's the
Right.
psychology. Can you not go mad? You might go mad.
Well,
It depends on if everyone else is living 500 years.
We've
Even
had this
then we might
conversation before. We were talking about if you found out that you were going to live this life over again every time, like infinitely, would you be able to handle it?
No.
But why? You handle it now. You're living right now. It's just be the same
would you
thing.
know? Would you be conscious that this was your 15th
You would have to
time? Would you
take someone's word for
We're
it.
back to the Matrix. Neo's come back like 5 times. He still can't get it right?
But if someone came up to you right now
No.
and said, Liz, I'm going to give you the reality of existence. The reality of existence is you will do this life an infinite number of times until you get it right, and you're never going to get it right. So you're just going to keep living this life over and over again, hopefully fucking up less and less each time, but most likely you're going to still fuck up. And you're just going to keep doing the same thing. You'd be like, no fucking way. But if someone says, do you want to end your life right now? You'd be like, no, I love my life. When you were on that plane and your whole body was shaking, you're like, I want to stay alive. I don't want to die. So why don't you want to stay alive and just keep doing it over and over and over and over and over?
Well, is there transcendence? Is there a goal? If there's a goal, I can get with it.
So transcendence meaning we evolve.
Groundhog's Day. You know
Right.
that wonderful movie?
Yes.
Love that movie.
Great movie.
Stop it. I love
great.
that movie. That's like
It's a great
top
movie.
10 for me.
Okay. You got to watch some other movies then, but
I love dumb 90s, 80s movies.
I like a lot of them too.
It's a genre that I really like. I mean, like Blues Brothers might be top 5 easily for me.
Christmas Vacation's a good movie.
I haven't seen that one, but yes, you're feeling me. Okay,
Yeah.
so if there's something that you evolve into, I can live my life over many times and strive to be better at it. But if there's no point to it all, and I just have to keep living over and over and going to high school again and again and again, no.
Well, don't you think that human beings overall are evolving?
Yes.
I think so. I think even our trials and tribulations and the things that go sideways, they reveal sideways as an option to us and gets us back on track.
I have an expression that my mother loves, onward and sideways. Like
That's good. That's good.
kind of gets you up in the morning when you're like, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I like that. And I like the idea of, I'm very into, as we sort of evolve. Speaking of UFO conferences, I was driven in the back of Rick Rubin's Bentley when I first moved to LA. My friend Nora was friends with him, and he drove us to a UFO conference. And I just remember sitting in the back of this huge Bentley, and he wouldn't talk to me at all. Like, I was like not of interest enough to, I kept sort of poking my head up to the front seat to like try to contribute to the conversation. Like,
And he just didn't want to talk?
No, he just like ignored everything I said. And they were talking about the evolution of human consciousness at this crazy UFO conference. It was pretty funny. It was very organized. It was just like any, like NAM or something. It was like anything.
Yeah. They have some good ones. You know, there's a business in it, though. That's the real issue with all the UFO stuff, is that there's a business. Is that you get to a point where people realize you could make a lot of profit if you just start talking about UFOs or talking about extraterrestrial invaders that are inevitably coming and when, and then everything gets murky. You know, it gets real murky. It's like who's
You
being,
mean when science and like,
yeah.
like
Well,
when you need to
the
prove
bullshit
something?
Artists, it's just it's not always pure. You know, like there's some people that look at it and that are like real researchers. Like there's a bunch of them that try to figure out what the fuck is going on, and they make a lot of sense. You know, and they're trying to figure it out, but they don't point to anything in particular and say this little fetus, this is an alien baby, and we're going to use genes to prove it. Like, you know, they found that little baby with the big head, just a baby, just a deformed baby.
But what they're really looking for is aerial phenomenon, right? That's
aerial phenomenon is one, but
phenomena.
The problem
Phenomena.
is phenomena.
Phenomena. Phenomena. Sorry.
The problem is we don't know whose stuff that is, right? If it's ours that's flying around, they don't tell you about it. If it's some drones that the government's working on.
But if they've got that kind of maneuverability, why aren't they using it?
What kind of maneuverability are you convinced they have?
They can move great speeds at odd angles, is what I understand.
Yeah. I don't see.
I mean, they couldn't get
that.
here. Well, here's the thing: they couldn't get here unless they were able to actually like tesseract.
What is that word?
Tesseract
What is
from
that?
Wrinkle in Time. You wouldn't have read
I
it.
didn't
It was
see
like
that
a
movie.
girl book. That was
It's
a
out
girl
now,
book.
right? It's a movie, right?
I haven't seen the movie, but
It's an
nice
Oprah
plug.
movie.
Get my box set.